Another week?
Another week here with Healthy Dose.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, it's only been 7 days.
Only 7 days. To our new followers, we love you.
Yes.
To our old followers, we still love you.
One of our reels literally hit 1 million views, so we just want to say thank you to everyone. This is me manifesting this for us.
I was gonna say, oh my God, I missed all that.
Me too.
But that can definitely happen. And it can happen because of you.
Yes.
Remember
oh my gosh. No, truly. So welcome back. We hope you had a great weekend, day, night, breakfast, brunch, whatever.
Everything, because we sure did. We had an amazing weekend. We interviews.
Oh, we did?
No.
Okay.
But wouldn't it sound amazing? Like,
no,
wow, we just got off tour of a podcast tour.
How cool would that be?
That would be amazing.
Oh my God.
That could happen.
Speaking of tours, let's segue to tears. And segue one more time to how to get over your ex.
How to get over your ex. That is the age-old question, guys.
Oh, this episode is going to be just a tiny bit real.
Yeah.
Because we both have had exes.
We've had our share.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk exes. Let's talk about
exes and just exes.
So there's no hugs and kisses after that.
No, just exes.
So, how long ago was your last relationship? Because obviously we're both in relationships now, right? So we don't have. We're not searching for someone.
No,
whatever. We're literally perfect. And the person that we're with, well, different people. The two people that we're with, we love. They're perfect. Whatever.
Amazing.
But when was the last time you had to go through a breakup or an ex? How long has it been?
Wow. So, it's been about 2 years.
Okay.
The last one, because we were only together for a month and a half. So,
Okay, true.
We won't count that.
True.
The one before that, about 2 years. And
Dang.
that was something. It was rough. It took me a second to really even care to talk to somebody seriously.
Really?
Yeah, I was just I'll date you because I really thought that person was going to be my person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's that does something to you too. When you just
know
gosh. Without a doubt, or you think you know without a doubt, or your gut tells you that, wow, that's last episode, gut. But
check that one out.
Check it out. But I'm saying when you just think that it's it, and then it just goes down. It's a knife to the gut.
Dang.
Yeah.
So it's been 2 years since you've
dealt
with that. That's wild.
Yeah. It's been 2 years since that.
For me, it was. So I'm divorced. My last relationship was a marriage. Nervous laughter. No, my last relationship ended, started to end in April of 2021. Wait, was it April or March? That's so amazing that I don't even know anymore.
I know. I'm thinking about I think that relationship I'm talking about was 3 years ago, not 2.
Oh, really?
Wow. Yeah. Because I'm thinking.
So we're both on the same page.
If I'm not mistaken, because now I think about it, I met my partner now last year.
Right. So your relationship ended in 2021?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. Or was it 22?
I feel like all those 21, 22 just meshed together.
Yeah, that's really, really tricky. Because when did I get here? Because I've been here almost 2 years in September.
So you came 21 of September, right? September 21.
Yep. So that makes sense because we broke up February before I got here.
Dang.
So
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're kind of on the same page with both of our exes.
I just had to redo that because
being left in 2021. That's wild. Yeah. So my divorce started in the spring, because I don't remember what month, of 2021, and didn't fully end until the fall, close to winter of 2021. So it was 7 or 8 months between like the initial whatever and then like the actual like you're divorced.
How long were you married?
Stop. 4 years, almost 4.5 years.
Dang, I had really forgot. But that is a long time.
Wild?
Yeah.
And then we were together for about 3.5 years before that. Like dating 3.5 years, but then we knew each other for 2 more years. Mm-hmm. So we were friends for 2 years, boyfriend, girlfriend for 3.5 years, husband and wife for 4 years, and then divorced. Have not spoken to him since the court date of like, you guys are divorced. Which I'm not making this episode about that at all. Like, and when I talk about exes, I think I definitely am referring to like my most previous one just because I'd been with that person for so long. Like, I don't remember the person before that. Like,
because they almost don't matter.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a real thing. Like, marriage was just so finite. But anyways, so it's been a little while for us in terms of like exes. So I guess my question is, when you're going... Or no, let's even take it a little bit, like, backtracking more. When you know that the relationship is just, like, not good, or that you feel like there's something off, and you're like, well, maybe this is the end of it, how do you navigate that?
Sorry, that was my story.
Was it really? Oh my gosh.
I'm hungry. But yes.
I thought it was a dog.
No, that was my gut.
Oh, go back to our last episode.
Last episode.
Talking about trusting your gut.
Wow, see how it goes full circle.
I love this. We truly are cyclical over here.
We are. Okay.
So how did you navigate figuring out that was not the move? Like, you needed to move on past this relationship.
I literally realized that when okay, let me recap. Okay. We thought that everything was all worked out. Like, we talked about anything that could possibly happen, any discrepancies before the relationship. And then those things that we talked about and thought that we could work through were things that actually happened.
That's wild.
And then my partner at the time, like, just buckled. And I was like, wait, we talked about this like before we got together, and this same scenario is actually happening, and now you're buckling. And I was just like, wow, you're buckling to the point where you can't handle it, like, psychologically, to the point where we need to like break up. Like, he was saying that we needed to.
So he's the one that initiated it, or was it you?
He initiated the breakup.
Okay.
And so at that point, like, well, no, I take it back. It wasn't so much of the breakup. He wanted to just take a break.
True.
So that's what it was. He wanted to take a break.
Don't get me started on that.
With that taking a break thing, like, I feel like taking a break to me is on the verge of breaking up.
100%.
Not for everybody. I know some people who have went on breaks and it has made them better people, and they come back together. But
that's like 1 in a million.
Very rare. Very rare. And so when you tell me break, I'm like, no. So was trying to do a break. I was trying so hard to like really go along with it, everything like that. Yeah. But things we were getting further and further apart with the break.
Oh, so you did actually take a break?
Yeah. I was like trying to agree to the break.
How long was the break?
The break was about like maybe a month.
Oh, wow.
For me, I know that's maybe not long for some people.
No, because mine was a month.
Like, for me, that was a big
thing.
I
literally thought I was going to die. Yeah, like, I was literally dying.
I'm like, wait, you don't want me to talk to other people. I don't know if you're talking to other people.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it was really, really tricky. And so the thing was, I had got to the point where, like, I just was like, this is not fair.
Right.
Like, this is not fair. Like, I wasn't being told how long this break was going to last. Now, that's what got me. You can't give me a time.
Why are we living the exact same life?
We are the same person.
You never told me any of this. This is insane.
Yeah, so, because I guess I always talk about, like,
just the aftermath.
Yeah. But, like, that part, like, leading up to, like, oh, well, let's go to break. So, we really, like, were trying to do the break. And so, it was getting to the point where, like, we were getting less and less, the communication was getting less and less.
Because you weren't living with each other during the break.
Okay. Which I think that's even hard because, like, we're not communicating. Because now you don't have to
Me and you are the same person, because why do you need a break?
Why? I'm just
Breaks are for those who don't know what they're doing.
No, and my thing was, I was like, this is not fair because I know, because at the end of the day, the whole situation did not even involve me.
Correct.
It involved
him
needing
eternal.
Yes, he was like, I need to work on myself.
Stop it. We're living the same life.
Work on. This is not fair.
Stop it. We're living the same life.
So it was, I need to work on myself. I need a break. So I'm just like.
Because working on yourself means abandoning your partner.
And see, that was the thing. I feel like you got a whole person that will help, like have your back.
Literally has the best intentions for you.
Yes, it will help assist you through something. You're basically saying, oh, my help, I don't want it.
Correct.
I want to just try to do this myself. That's like
when will that ever
to a
work?
doctor's office and being like, yeah, thank you for being a doctor, but I got this. I'm going to do it myself. I'll do the surgery. What?
I'll do the surgery.
I'll do the surgery. I know what I'm doing. The surgeon is over there like, hey, I can help you. You're like, that's okay.
Don't need
I got this. And so literally, like, that's literally like how it went. And so it was to the point where I was just like, okay, so I don't know how long this break is going to last. This is not fair. Like,
it's not.
Just up in the air.
It's not, because you are put in such a place where it's limbo. It's this uncertainty. Exactly. And you're just like, what is going on?
Day to day, you're thinking like, you want to reach out, but then they're like, hey, don't hit me up too much. And it's like, what?
We literally had the exact same experience.
And that's what you're trying to. So, well, don't you cry? It's okay. It's okay. I'm telling you. But I'm telling you,
no, we literally have the same experience.
Is that not crazy though? And so I got to the point where I was just like, okay, this is not fair. I remember I was talking to my best friend, and I was just like, okay, this is really not fair. So I'm going to let this go. Like, I have to. Like, I got to the point where I was like, I deserve better than going day to day knowing, like, not knowing.
Oh, so you thought, I need to end this.
I need to let this go. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I got to the point of asking him, I would ask him like here and there, like, hey, so how long is this break gonna last? And like, would kind of blow up on me. You're not giving me time to. Okay, you're right. Let me give you all the time. You need all the time.
So I'll just actually exit your life.
Yes, and you can take all the time you want.
We literally had the exact same experience.
But if I'm then in a relationship, you missed it.
Correct.
And so that's basically like, at that point, like, I was going to move out of the state.
Yeah.
And so.
To here.
10 hours away. So it was what it was. I mean, I feel like it was supposed to happen, but like, I literally like went ahead and just called it off.
Oh my. So when you called it off, did you, and like, I don't want to like compare this with my experience because it's two totally different things, but I felt like in my scenario, relationship, marriage, whatever you want to call it, that I'm like a very codependent person where it's like I've come a long ways from when I was in my marriage because of necessity, and I knew that something needed to change. I can't live my life depending on someone else because you never know. You never know. Definitely. You think you're going to be with someone forever and you're not. Which is fine. Like, totally fine. I wish them and anyone else who feels like they can't handle, like, I wish you nothing but the best.
Definitely.
But the thing for me was I was so codependent to the point where, like, I literally thought I was going to die. And I feel like you have the strength and the courage to be like, no, I deserve better, so I'm going to leave.
Yeah,
do you feel like that's accurate? Where you were like, I'm taking this into my own hands, I deserve better, so I'm going to leave.
It was accurate, and like, that's very accurate, but I do feel like there were times where I was just like, oh, I don't, but see, my mentality, I'm such a, like, type, I'm like, I'm amazing. Like,
because you're not codependent, I wouldn't. Okay. Okay.
Like, I feel like, because I like to have a companion.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
But I don't have to have a companion. Like, I can be amazing by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish I was more like that.
But no, but like, it took me a while to get to that point.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be like, oh, I want somebody. And then when I would have that person, I'll be like, oh, where we gonna go? Let's do stuff. Like, we would be doing everything together. Like, everything.
Literally.
And then it's like, as I grew up, I was like, wait, I got to have my own friends. You got to have your own friends. We can still be,
That's so mature of you.
Together. But it still took me a little second to, years to like get to that point. But when I got to the point, I was fully at that point.
Right.
And so in this relationship, I was at that point prior to it.
Got it.
And so it's like I kept on looking at like how I was. What really got me to letting it go was waking up day to day wanting to like be all nice and sweet because I still wanted my partner back.
Yeah.
And I was being all nice and sweet, and then it was just like
getting nothing back.
Yeah, they were like, okay, you don't have to like keep texting me. And I'm like,
oh, that feeling. What? See, but the way that even just like right now, like us like kind of reliving those moments, like the way that you are reacting to that, are very much like, how dare you? Versus me being like, oh my gosh, like I could cry, not right now, but it's like I could cry because like that person isn't giving me what I need.
Cause see, it took me, cause it's weird. The way I learned to like get over things is to channel it differently to the point of, I'm amazing.
Right.
So this is your loss.
Correct.
And I had to learn to channel that because I used to be the type, like I would pity myself. I'd be like, oh, I'm having to go through this, like this is horrible. And that's human nature. Like normally that's your first initial reaction to things going on with you. Is to like when somebody's like trying to like break up with you or whatever, you're like, oh, this is not fair, and you want to cry and you want to because you pity yourself.
My life's over.
Yes,
so much
you're sad, especially when you love that person. You love that person and put energy into that.
Yeah.
But like I got to the point where I was just like, I'm amazing. Like that's their loss. Like it still hurt. Like I was still sad.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I learned to channel that sadness into
motivation, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the best word for that.
To like do better yourself.
I'm
because you can't change anyone.
Exactly.
But you can always work on yourself.
Yes. And that was the thing, like, no matter how encouraging I was to my partner at that time on the situation, it did not change their mentality.
That's so
it let me know, like, okay, you just fighting, like, you're
like demons.
Like a dead horse. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not, that person's not going to change.
That's wild.
Yeah. So, I mean, but with you, like, I mean...
But like I said, I mean, I'm so codependent, and I was even more codependent to the point where it was like, I can't go to the grocery store by myself. Like, if he's off work at home, I have to be there. There's no, like, you could give me $1 million to be like, hey, go out with your friends. No. Are you insane? Are you insane? You think I'm going to leave my man so that he can cheat on me? Okay, no, but like, but see, literally that's where I was at.
But see, that's different. Because your thing was
mine was fear.
Yes.
Mine was very fear-based.
You were trying to stay to avoid like even
the hurt, that fear.
Because see, if you're out with your friends, you're like, well, what is he doing? When he's like, so see, that's okay. That is different.
It was wild.
See, that's different.
Like, even me just thinking about it right now, like, my heart's racing, even though this was years ago.
No, but that's the thing about trauma, like, though, like, especially when you love someone. It's different when, I'm just in a relationship with someone and I'm in like of them.
Right.
You know, it's just, it's different.
Yeah.
But when you actually, I mean, you were married. You were in love with this person. Like, you wanted to give your all to that person. So that's totally different.
Isn't that wild?
So... I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, oh no, you shouldn't feel like, because that was different than just me being in a relationship.
Yeah, but I mean, pain is relevant. Like, whether it's a boyfriend or a 20 years marriage, like, whatever hurts you, you know? So it's not like mine was worse than anybody else's. But for me, I just feel like I was in such a, like, codependent state where it was, I physically could not. And I remember when I was going through the divorce, not to, like, divulge information, but I mean, there was like a separation period, kind of like how you said, where it was the person being like, hey, I just need to like space, clear my head. I need to figure out what I want to do with this relationship, which I took that as, I'm going to therapy. I'm going to start working on myself. I'm going to really try to be like this person that my significant other will want to like love again, you know, which didn't turn out that was like the thing. The thing was, they thought that break that we were on, or whatever you want to call it, was for them just to like live their best life, if you know what I mean. And their best life obviously was infidelity and stuff like that, where it was like, okay, that's fine, obviously. And I will say, like, I have nothing but respect and like love and admiration for that person. But I wasn't in the loop. Like I was very much like, I lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks. There was like 4 days that I literally had zero food in my body. And you know how much I love food and candy. Like that's not like me. 4 days? 4 days.
That, I mean, when I say, you all might not understand, but that means she was traumatized.
Yeah. And like waking up shaking, like I was shaking nonstop for 3 weeks. And then that's where like, kind of like, literally I had Parkinson's in my body. So you're going to say. But that's why I lost so much weight. I was not very. Have you ever seen The Exorcist? That was me.
I'm sorry, guys. We can't be serious. I can't be serious. I'm sorry.
No, but literally, isn't that wild?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Like,
no, but it reminded me when you said that you were like, I woke up and he wasn't giving me what I wanted, and then I was like, I ain't nobody got time for that. Like I'm leaving. But for me, it was like, I loved this person with all of my love, right? Like and even to this day, like if you're watching this, hey, what's up? But like, I don't think that I could ever love someone that way again. And that's fine. That's fine with me because like those memories are cool. Like that was a time in my life and it was great. And I definitely think that there's like a hurt inside of me that I can't, like, it'll just always be with me, which is fine. Like, it's like a death of a family member. I literally, there was a death in my life because he's gone now, right? I mean, he's still alive, but like, we don't talk. So for me, it's like, going forward, I think it's very hard for me to like love someone in that way because that way was almost like made up.
Or specific to that person in that relationship.
Right.
Like,
right.
That made, oh, wow, that made, wow.
Is that not like wild?
It was like, I never thought about it like that. Like,
but it hurt me so much because I was the one who initiated the divorce ultimately because we were on this separation and I like lost so much weight and I'm like shaking. I'm like literally dying. I'm like withering away. And I was like, I physically can't do this anymore. As much as I love this person, I need to love myself enough to like eat again, Yeah. And so I was like, I can't do this.
You don't deserve to starve yourself.
No.
But you are much, I thought it came up, but you are a much stronger person than you realize.
No, because it was out of necessity.
But still, sometimes our bodies will make us do what we need to do sometimes, or things will happen the way they need to happen to make us do. Because like my thing is like, if what you were doing to yourself wasn't you like basically starving yourself, it wouldn't have like knocked you out of it.
Right.
It wouldn't have like snapped you out of it. Yeah. It would have like snapped you out of it. Like, girl, you need to eat. Like if that wasn't the thing, you would still be depressed.
Could you imagine?
Like seriously. Like
I don't wish that feeling on anyone because it was.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst feelings I've ever experienced. But then fast forward, obviously, like we get the divorce and we go our separate ways, whatever. You live your life. I hope you have the best life ever. I hope I live the best life ever. But you saying like...
You suck. Sorry.
Truly. No, but you saying like it was their loss. Like I genuinely felt like... And hear me out. I know that there's two sides of the story. And I did... a lot of reflecting. Those 3 weeks of me not eating, whatever. I wasn't working. I didn't do anything for 3 weeks. I was just in my bedroom, crying, screaming, shaking, all the things. And also like internalizing like what, because I knew the relationship was over. Like there's no, I knew, like I just knew it. So I was like, what can I do to be a better person? How can I be less manipulative, controlling? Like, let's be honest. That's honestly like, I did have those tendencies because of how fearful I was that the relationship was going to end.
But you have to understand that you make sure you don't just say that you were made to like go in that direction.
Correct.
Because of his infidelity. You didn't start in a relationship being, that type of way.
Correct.
Or y'all would have got married.
Correct.
But as a result of how he was doing, then that altered, because who does not get paranoid and still once you get cheated on? If you all have not gotten cheated on,
it's a bad feeling.
I am more power to you. I'm glad.
Truly.
I hope you don't ever get cheated on or what have you. But when you get cheated on, like it can make you paranoid. You're like, if their phone go off, you're like, oh wait, who are they like who's texting
Isn't
them?
that wild?
Yes, like I mean, it will do something to you, like seriously. It really, really will. So I mean, you're not wrong for, you know what I'm saying, like you had got, because that's human nature. You got that way as a result. It's not like you just up and was like, I'm gonna be this kind of way. No.
And I always felt so bad that I was always like, whenever they would talk about another girl and like, these are things that I'm very comfortable talking about because I know that like, I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. But like anytime they would talk about another girl or just liking other girls' pictures and stuff, immediately like my heart would race and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're cheating on me. Like, which is not a normal reaction to have in a loving relationship.
Yeah, it should be.
Marriage, even at that. Like, so now I'm a billion times more secure, happy, whatever. I feel fulfilled in this relationship that I'm in now because I know without a shadow of a doubt that like that will never happen. I will never experience those feelings.
But see, the thing is like,
communication was also something that just, I feel like if there is good communication between a couple, then you don't have that like intense highs and lows because you're able to just talk about it in like, you know, kind of ebb and flow.
It just works. I mean, communication is like key in relationships. I mean, that's like that's number one on my list when it comes to like relationships. But I do, I mean, I feel like you are like, it was his loss. And
100%.
Like it was his loss
100%.
because like you lost somebody that was a cheater, that like did infidelity. So whoever he's with now, like, dang, I hope y'all more power to you all because hopefully he's not doing you that same type of way or what have you. Or hopefully he just stays single until he got himself together. Jeez. If people would do that, it would be a much better world. Oh my goodness.
Like to this day, it is. Unless I'm like laughing, obviously I cry. But if I'm sad, I can't cry.
Okay, when I say we are absolutely the same person, the only time like death, like maybe like with my grandmother when she passed away. Yeah. But other than that, like literally, and sometimes I be wanting to cry.
Yes, because like, you want the other person to feel like you feel their pain.
Yes, like my partner is he's always like,
amazing.
You don't cry, babe. And I'm like, I want to cry. Like, I really do because you make me so happy. He's like, you don't cry. I'm like, but you don't understand. I want to cry.
So then you start laughing really hard.
And to then I cry. Okay.
Because let me tell you, I will cry so easy if I'm laughing. But when I'm sad, no. It's just very much like a just...
Yeah, we literally do tears of joy.
All
tears
the time.
of joy over here, okay? We're TJs. Tears of joy.
So our traumas, whatever. Like, well, I shouldn't say whatever, but like, so it is what it is.
How would you say that you got over that relationship?
I don't think I have. I don't think I ever will. I say that in a way of not me waking up and being like, oh my gosh, I miss it.
Yeah, of course.
But I definitely think that there will always be that aspect of the hurt and the pain and like the good times, the bad times, and me comparing other people to what I had because I had it for so long, you know. Mm-hmm. And also like that was my first real love, and like I fabricated this person in a way in my head thinking like he was just like a god of sorts, which I mean, like, go off, you know, but like at the same time, like, don't do that, because people are human and they make mistakes, and that's okay. That's okay.
And a lot of them like him.
Right. And so I'm just like, I accept that like everyone's human and that's just how it is. But I do think that's the only thing that like lingers with me is just like, just those like very like intense emotions, like that intense like sadness or happiness or anger. I don't think about it often at all. But since we're talking about relationships, I definitely think that it's something I think about in terms of like, I don't ever want to feel that way or just whatever.
It's like, I think certain situations I tell people, remember how you feel in this situation. So you don't put yourself back in that situation. Right. Or if you see that red flag, because you know, sometimes we see red flags over and over and we're like, oops, it's okay, I can handle it. I can do. No, remember how you feel when you saw the red flag of that last situation. Yeah. Remember this pain.
And not to say, and also like, the happiness. Remember how happy you are in this moment. Because we had so many good times together. I don't want to paint him like he's this like villain or whatever, because we did know each other for like 10 plus years, but and like, I regret getting married to him because I know we would still be friends to this day. Because obviously your friends don't have to be like, I don't want to say like controlled by you in a way, but when you are married, there's a level of like respect you need to have for the other person. And I feel like there's a mutual
party.
Correct.
You don't just invite whoever over.
There's like mutual, like whatever. And so if he was just a friend, we would be such good friends because we were friends before we were in a relationship and before we were married. And so for me, I like mourn that because he was so fun. Like full disclosure, like we were so much fun together. We had the greatest time. Like we were pretty cool. And so that's the only thing that I mourn is like I lost someone in my life that was like really cool. Legit,
like
yeah.
Cool, you know,
like that was
that you really could
that I vibed with.
Like,
yeah. But getting over him, because I 100% am. Don't think that I'm like wanting to get back with. Anyways, I'm 100% over that person. But getting over him has been a journey, to say the least.
I mean, it should. You're human. I mean, as it should. Like,
yeah,
it's not easy getting over people.
I definitely think you have to sit down and have talks with yourself. You have to be very honest with yourself. And I will say, in the relationship, I was very manipulative, very like a dog in a cage kind of thing. But not to be like, this is why I was that way, but because there was reasons for that. There were past experiences that made me turn into this monster of sorts. But I feel like you have to have that conversation with yourself of like, what can you do to better yourself so that the next person that you're with will not feel like they're a dog in a cage. Yeah, and also like pick someone that you don't have to fix. This isn't Bob the Builder, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
We are not J.E. Dunn Construction. We are not trying to fix someone right now. Like, find someone that makes you feel like you need to be a better person.
Yes.
I feel like that's something that I found.
You're definitely preaching. Like, no, but I mean, it's like, it is so easy. Once you find it and you find that person, the relationship is so easy. It's so easy almost to the point where you're like, wait, is it? Because I'm telling you.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Like, my partner now, like, I'm just like, oh my God.
It's so easy.
Like, this is amazing. I mean, like,
yeah.
we understand each other. We have differences. We learn to, like, understand each other's differences. And also to be, like, realize, oh, dang, that's what makes you unique. Like, that's what makes you know who you are. Like, I don't want you to be exactly like me.
No, because it wouldn't work.
No. Most definitely. Like, but, I mean, it is so easy. It is just, I mean, love should be easy. It should.
I love that.
It should be easy. I mean, loving somebody should be easy. Easy like Sunday morning.
Easy like Sunday morning.
When I say what, y'all.
When did you say who?
Okay.
Shakira
who? Beyonce.
Oh my Lord.
Mariah Carey and Michael Jackson.
Okay. I'm not mad at that, not even for a second.
That's what it is.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think internally you need to have a self-evaluation. What's going on? What did I do wrong? What did I love about that relationship? What did I not like about that relationship? Yeah. Because you are allowed to pick and choose who you're going to be in a relationship with. It's not like your family. Like, you're born with these people. Like,
exactly.
Be as picky as you want. Now, obviously, you're not going to find the perfect person. But try to find someone who, like, hurts you the least, you know?
Yeah, there's someone perfect for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, no one's going to do, like, everything that you want them to do or what have you. But, like you said, who can you deal with the most? Like, who can you deal with?
Yeah.
That, like, you can wake up and be like, oh, I'm happy. Not somebody that you wake up, you're like, oh, Lord, here we go again.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Find that person that you can actually, like, genuinely be the most happy with. Not you're going to be the happiest in your life with.
Right.
But the most, I mean, at least somebody
they add
gets close to it.
To your life.
Exactly.
Because I feel like, no, I don't feel like this is Bible, as the Kardashians say, Bible. Mm-hmm. The last relationship, I felt like I was here and the other person was here. Not like necessarily like romantically or intellectually, whatever. I just feel like I was the one who was always like trying to bring them up or carry them or do like I had the load on me. If
and
that makes
especially
sense.
with and not being, sexist or anything like that, but especially with you being the female.
Yeah.
Like, you supposed to like be like the helpmate, but like men, step up.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the one that's like carrying. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying like you should carry everything. Like, yes, your companion, female, is supposed to help as well.
Correct.
But, like, come on, like chivalry is not dead. Like, you all are killing it.
No,
y'all are killing chivalry.
literally.
Like, come on.
So I love where it's like I wanted to feel for the first time in my life that I wasn't the one in charge.
Wow. Because you're the female.
If that makes sense.
By nature, yes, of course, like, females all the time say, I'm independent, I'm independent.
I don't need
I get
You're
it.
right.
I get it. At your job, you want to be able to still be, have a man's position or this and that, Like, I get that. But still, every female likes to feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, like she's being protected. You know what I'm saying?
Secure and loved and
all those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you can still be independent. You can still, women, we love you. We love you. But come on, you got to admit, you still, of course, you love to have a man that's, you know what I'm saying, able to carry you and protect you and be there for you. You know what I'm saying? And
it's wild because like the person that I'm with now, and I think same for you, are very much like a man's man, if that makes sense. And do love to take that. They're like happy to take the role
initiative of being the protector and being like, I got you, knowing good and well.
You don't have to ask.
We
don't have to ask and be like, hey, is it okay if like whatever? No. They're like, no, I would love to.
And then they know that we are there to help. Like, we're not just gonna put everything. No, you're not gonna be just doing everything yourself.
We're our own person too.
Yeah, most definitely.
But it's nice to have someone that like is like lifting you up and someone who's almost like keeping you in check, because I felt like in the last relationship I was the one who was always keeping that person in check. Did you do this? Did you do that? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And like it almost was like a parent to child relationship, which I felt like that's not the dynamic that I was wanting. And now in my relationship now, it's very much equal, but also sometimes he'll be like, hey, you forgot to unload the dishwasher. Can you do that for me? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I would love to. Like, I would love nothing more to do that.
Exactly. Because, I mean, it's like now, oh, wow, this is for real a partnership.
Yeah.
Like, we literally, like, got each other's back. Like, because we're human. We're going to forget things.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But it's also, with that being said, like, we're adults. So speak to me, you know, like an adult. Speak to me knowing that, give me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
You know, like, my partner be like, hey, babe, you get, I'm like, you right.
You got it.
You right. I sure forgot that.
Yeah.
You right. And then, we help each other out because, I mean, he's not going to remember everything either. Like, we're human. We both got jobs. We both are living this life,
Yeah.
And I love you.
Oh, shout out.
Shout out.
Okay, so say somebody just broke up with their wife. Let's say that. They just got divorced.
Oh my God.
What did we tell them? Like, what is a good, solid piece of advice for them to get back on track? Because right now they're probably in shambles.
Oh,
well,
I think a good way, and of course I know not everyone has. I mean, now with insurance and stuff, I think it puts it on there. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, build yourself back up. Like,
do you think that's important, therapy?
I really do. I think so. Because, like, a lot of times, like, things are not, it's good. Not everybody is, like, the same. Like, me, I can do self-evaluation and really, like, build myself. I'm like, Mike, sir, you're amazing. Not everybody can do that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Not everyone has that mental capacity to, like, build themselves and encourage themselves.
Well, not only that, but it's really hard to admit your faults.
Yeah.
And I feel like a therapist will be very honest.
They can point it out.
They're like, you're wrong.
Put that mirror right there in front of you.
Yeah.
And you can be like,
I love that.
Oh, dang, you're right. Now, and you can have, some people have friends that will do that. I have, friends that will, I have siblings that will like, hey, now, like my sister's like, sir, you need to get this together. But, I mean, I do think, like, people should go, to therapy to, like, build yourself back up. To, like, get yourself together so then that next relationship that you're in, as much, you are able to flow it. You're not afraid to get into it because
clean slate.
Because a lot of times after you're traumatized, you deal with stuff like you don't want to you're scared to get back out there. You know what I'm saying? But I think going through therapy, surrounding yourself by good people that you can talk to and can encourage you to like, hey, you're an amazing person. This was not your fault. You can get back on the horse.
Yeah.
You can get back, on that bull and ride it.
I know. I feel like, did it take you long to get in well, I guess a few years, yeah.
Of
something like very committed.
For real serious.
It
took me a second because I'm just like, everybody, like it was still in the back of my head, these people playing.
Yeah.
You all aren't real because I just dealt with some silliness. Like, you all are not serious. So I didn't take it serious. And so therefore I was like, I'm not getting in a serious relationship. Like I said, that one in between my one 3 years ago and then this one, it was like a month and a half, literally. And that I was just like, oh, okay, you silly. Bye.
Yeah.
So I guess I wouldn't even call that a relationship.
You're so good though at like figuring out this ain't it.
But what I'm telling you, like, you all don't know my age, but wow.
He's 29.
29. But at this age, it took me a while to get there though.
Yeah.
Like it didn't just happen overnight. Like it literally took me a while to like be able to get over like people quickly and to just be like, oh, because I'm even like that now with a lot of things. I'm like, oh, you silly. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
And I just, even when I was dating, I was like, oh, that's what you, okay. And other people are like, no, give him a chance. No more chances giving.
Yeah.
I don't have time to be giving chances because
I agree.
I would have been given chances and then I would have found
the one.
My partner now. Like I would have found the person I'm supposed to be.
Do you think there's do you think there's soulmates where there's one person that is meant to be?
I honestly do. And
really?
The reason I say that is because, okay, this is now going to get deep. So I do feel like that for some people, you're supposed to go through people to learn lessons before you get to your soulmate. For other people, and I also think like there might not be just one person out there that can be your soulmate, but I feel like your soulmate is out there, if that makes sense.
Like there's one person on this planet.
Oh no. I feel like there can be a number of people that is actually your soulmate. Because I'm just saying, like, my soulmate was actually in Missouri. What if I didn't come to Missouri? That means I would have never found my soulmate. I feel like I possibly could have. I possibly could have found like my soulmate like in Mississippi. Like there might have been that person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think so many different things when it comes to this.
Really? I don't think there's such a thing as a soulmate. I think you can make it. I think you can make a relationship happen. I shouldn't say a relationship because you want something even more substantial. But whatever. I think you can make a partnership work with anyone as long as they're willing. I don't mean anyone, but like I think there's a lot of people.
That's a good point. That is a really
there's a lot of people that you could make it work with, as long as you're both in the same headspace of we're gonna make this work. Like no matter what, we're gonna make this work. And maybe it's because I'm jaded from like my marriage, because I really truly 100,000% thought that person was the one. I was like, whoa, he is the one. And then it didn't happen for me. And I was like, wow.
But see, I think that's when that's those lessons.
The lesson,
like,
yeah.
Because, I mean, I feel like the person I'm with now is like my soulmate. I'm talking about like we can just sit in like beside each other.
Yeah.
Watching TV. And, I mean, it's just like because we're in each other's presence.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this just really does so much for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
No, I love that.
But like, and then I could just say something and he'll be like, what in the world? He's like, wow, babe, you were something.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I could say this most absurd things, and we're like opposites. Like,
yeah, you guys are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's more like just calm, cool, collected.
Yeah.
I'm like, ah. And since he's like, babe, you sure can talk. You can talk a lot. I'm like, yeah, you right.
That's so funny.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, I do feel like, because like my parents, for example, like they met when they were 16. Act like they just met yesterday. I mean, they've been together for so long. And I feel like it was meant for them because like stuff that like my mom or like will do and my dad, I'm like, nobody would deal with you all.
Right.
No one will deal with you all. Like only you all can deal with each other. Like, and they are amazing together. Like my dad don't think certain things my mom do and vice versa. My mom don't think stuff that my dad do is like silly.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that's my husband. That's my wife. I'm like, y'all are amazing. So I think they were meant to. I think they were meant to be. I do think that for some people though, it's multiple soulmates out there, like over the world, like wherever they are. Because I mean, like some people go and meet their person. I mean, or maybe it's just divine intervention. Maybe they're supposed to be in Japan and they meet their soul person. You know,
that's tricky. It's hard for me to like think about it because I'm like, what if I'm not with my soulmate?
But I get what you're saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
You can make things work. Like, you can make a partnership. Like, even if you think about business wise.
Yeah.
You know, you can make a partnership work.
With a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's just, it depends on, like, like, if your business mindset is parallel with each other and what you're willing to accept and not accept.
That's so interesting. Oh, my gosh. So maybe there is a soulmate.
But you just made me that made me think too, though. I'm just like, oh.
Just because I'm like, as long as you both have good intentions for each other and you're like, let's just do this, I think it can work.
Yeah.
And I think the love can come after because love doesn't have to be the first thing that like drives you to someone, if that makes sense.
That's good, because you know I've been watching a lot of like medieval, like type of Renaissance,
where they had arranged marriages.
Yes, and like they actually, some of them still would be like sleeping in separate bedrooms, like,
of course.
But the other ones like actually would, even in the actual movie or TV show, they're like, remember when we first met? You know, our marriage was arranged, and I didn't even really like you.
Yeah,
but I grew to like you. I
think that can happen.
So, yeah.
I really think that can happen.
Wow.
That's wild.
That is. Oh my goodness. This is some amazing points here.
No, really.
I'm loving this topic. This was good for me. This was good for you. This was good for you. This was a good, healthy dose for YO.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So when you're getting into a new relationship after that breakup, is there, I mean, how do you navigate that? Like, what are some things that you need to do to make sure that it's not going to be like the last one? First, don't get with the old person.
Don't go back to exes. Don't go back to repeats.
What do you think about right person, wrong time? Do you think that's a thing?
Oh,
I've been thinking about that recently because I heard it in a podcast and I didn't know how I felt about that. So say one of your exes comes back into your life and you're not in a relationship and there's been years past.
It depends on how that ended. It depends on why it ended.
Right.
If it ended because okay, for instance, I got a job and like
I have to move
to Japan. But I just got this really, really good job that is paying, oh my God. Like, and if I need to actually be here for like 3 or 4 years, like I'm going to have to be on a contract. Like, I believe that's the wrong time, but the right person. But like some of this stuff, like.
You think if someone cheats on you,
that was the wrong person, wrong time.
Yeah. And but what if they changed?
How do I know that?
They'd have to prove it to you, I guess.
How they gonna prove it? What am I going to do? Put them in a room?
Interrogate them? Waterboard them?
Lie detector test.
I love that. That's a great idea.
Did you see? Oh, that just brought back memories.
What?
We had said about...
Lie detector test?
No, just about have they changed? Because I've had like exes that was like, I've changed. And so that just like brought back memories. Oh.
You don't think a person can change? You think a cheater's always a cheater?
I think they possibly could, but just for me, I can't get past it. Like, I'm going to forever think you are...
a piece of trash.
Yeah, like, for me.
Yeah.
Like, just for me. Like, I don't know. They probably could go...
that's so hard for me. Person. What if you really loved them? What if it was like, oh my gosh, I loved that person with all my heart and they just did me dirty, but should I give them a second chance?
Okay, give them a second chance.
Really?
Second chances. When I tell you that second chance will show them. I mean, that will show you though. That will let you know if that person is.
That's wild.
If it will definitely let you know that second chance. Yeah. But see, when I say a second chance, I don't mean I'm going straight back in a relationship with you. Like when I say that second chance, you're on a probationary period.
Wait, I love that.
Yeah, you're on a probationary period. Like that could be like, you're here, you're back. Oh, you changed. Okay,
I missed you so much.
Yeah, let's move in. Let's go. Hold up.
Yeah.
You need to go. You're gonna have to. I know you did an interview when we first went together. You got to go on another interview now.
Stop.
We are going. We're taking you're going to interview. Yes. Yeah. Like this. I got to make sure I'm not about to waste more time.
Time is the most valuable thing we have.
Time is of the essence.
Also of the essence. I love that.
Time is of the essence.
I think I would say if I was going to give advice to someone who's going to go back into a relationship. It's so cliche, but it's like you have to love yourself first.
That's what I was saying. Like the therapy, like building yourself up, making yourself good enough to you, good enough to yourself, so that you love yourself, that you're good. That when you do see those red flags, when you see something, you're like, oh wait, I'm too good for that. I'm not about to put myself back through that.
Yeah,
I'm going to move on politely.
Yeah,
move on.
I will say I got into my relationship that I am now, not like super fast or anything, but I don't think that I had enough time to love myself because of how traumatic that experience was for me. I think it would have taken me to like this day to be single. But what's so, I guess, like odd about it is I got into a relationship with the person that I'm with now, and this person has actually helped me become more independent, become more sure of myself, become more comfortable being alone. Because I'm like, if you would have told me that I needed to be alone for say even 6 months and to like figure out myself, I think I might have actually died. Like I would have withered away and died because of how, because of how codependent I was. And so I think I kind of filled that like very, very anxious attachment by being with someone, but also I was with someone who loved me, supported me, was very empathetic, was not like, oh my gosh, I hate your ex, like he was a terrible person, was like, well, let's talk about this. What can we do to better you? Because that's been there, done that. Like, we're not going to talk hate and be whatever. It was very much like, I understand that you will never love someone else the way that you did with that person. Not because of that person specifically, but because of like the circumstances, my codependency. Like there were so many different things that went into the codependent, or went into the me loving this person with all of my heart, my mind, strength, whatever.
Like you said, I mean, that was like your first with a lot of things.
So many things. Yeah, like, so many things.
That's hard to.
But the person I'm with now is like, I understand that. And I'm okay with that. Like, I think anybody else would be like, why do you keep talking about your ex?
Okay,
because in the very beginning of the relationship, that was on the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
It literally just happened. Yeah. And he was so understanding and wasn't like, well, stop talking about your ex. Like, I don't want to be with someone that's obsessing over their ex.
But see, this right here, that goes further to prove that, like, you're with the right person.
Right.
I mean, that doesn't happen.
No.
I mean, like you said, usually like people are like, okay, I don't want to. Could we not talk about your ex? Like,
any normal person,
like, yes.
Literally any rational person would be like that.
Even like my partner, like we'll talk about like we would talk about like our past relationships. Like, okay, so how did your relationship end? Like, what happened? Like, and then go into it. I'm not like, okay, could you stop talking? Or he's not like, could you stop talking about that? Like, I mean, because that's healing as well.
Yeah.
To be able to like talk about, what you dealt with, your trauma, that also makes you like
closer.
Yes. Yeah. It makes you like more fonder of that person. Like, dang, you really care to hear about
it's insane.
My trauma? Like, that's crazy. Like, so he's amazing. Like, literally to want to, care about your feelings. And
it's not just him just sitting there listening and being like, okay, so when is she going to stop talking? No, he's like very involved in the conversation.
Because me, I'm like, okay,
I would be the same way. I'd be like, stop. And
because if you really love that person, you have love for that person, you really do care, and you're interested in what they're saying.
But even when he would tell me about like his ex-girlfriends, I'm like, stop talking about that. Like, I am so scarred. I don't want to hear you mention another female's name because you're gonna cheat on me with her.
But isn't that's what you've been programmed to do, because that's what you have.
Is that not the craziest thing in the world?
It's not, because it makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I guess me, because I know the situation and everything, but it's not crazy because you literally, like, there was fear. That's a lot. It was so
fearful. It was wild.
That's too much to deal with.
But I will say, I'm thankful for him letting me safely and comfortably learn to become my own person.
Oh, I love that.
And do I still feel like if we were to break up, which obviously I don't want to, like, I definitely think that this person has helped me in so many ways. But it's like, if I was theoretically to break up with this person, I think I would be in such a better headspace than I ever could have dreamed of being.
Because, he would have helped you grow. Like,
right. It's crazy. So, if it takes someone else to help you be your own person, then I say go for it. Just don't hurt anyone in the process. No. But ideally, before you get in a relationship, try to be comfortable with yourself, be secure in yourself, think that you're the most amazing person in the world because you are.
Yes. Well, eat candy.
I don't know. Some of y'all suck. No, but really, like, have a good head on your shoulders and not go in. And the thing is, like, you bring so much baggage from your old relationship. So try to start with a clean slate. Try to be like, no, this is not the same person. I don't have to have the same fears because they're a different person.
They're a different person. They're not the same. They're not that other person. And Erykah Badu said it best. She said, bag lady, you gonna hurt yourself.
Okay.
Carrying all those bags like
Stop.
that. So stop carrying those bags.
Wait, I love that.
Erykah Badu.
Yes. No, I love that.
Bag lady.
You better sing.
You gonna hurt your bag. Carry all your bags like that. And then she said, I don't know if anybody ever told you who you must hold on to is you.
The thing is, at the end of the day, everybody is human and has tendencies to not be
perfect or be exactly what you think that they're going to do.
You're not guaranteed anything. Wow. No one in this life is going to guarantee you love, life, happiness, nothing. You are the only person that is in control of yourself. Unless you're on drugs, then that's another story. But you cannot rely on other people. Yes, it's nice to have friends and family and relationships on people that you trust, but trust can be broken.
It can be broken. But out of all that, because you said some great stuff, the people that you can trust is here at Healthy Dose.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I love that. That was a great segue. You can trust us.
Y'all can trust us.
Yeah. No, because we have the best intentions at heart. Yes. Actually, we don't. We're very chismosos. But we are very kind and eat a lot of candy and sweet.
Candy. We're sweet. We're sweetie pots over here.
No, but literally, even the people that we're with now, like, as much as we love and feel like this relationship is the communication is open, there's so much trust, there's so much, just like they build you up, whatever. Everything is fleeting in this life. So you cannot put all of your eggs in one basket. And I know that sounds so pessimistic, but like, after being done so dirty, I cannot live life thinking that I can trust people in the way that I did. Like, trust people with my soul.
With your whole
you know what I mean? I think I can trust my parents with my soul. I think those people I can. My siblings, sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. No, we do get along. But like, my parents, I can 100% trust them with my whole soul that they have the best intentions for me. They will always look out for me.
Always got you.
Obviously the same as for you. But it's like, other people, you don't know.
You just don't know.
Not trying to scare you away from like being in a relationship.
Because my baby.
Who is he?
Amazing.
Also, you don't have to be in a relationship. That's a choice that you make.
No.
And I think that
be by yourself. I mean, some people are better by themselves.
Yes.
Literally.
And there's no like you're better because you have a partner, or you're better because you're flying solo and you have all this disposable income and time and money and whatever. It's like, just do whatever fulfills you. And also, like, life is about learning.
It is.
And I feel like whatever you feel is your best, like, school, do it.
Wow. She's teaching and preaching.
All right, stream us on Healthy Dose at Instagram, Spotify, YouTube.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
Give us a 5-star rating.
Please
like
do.
it. Share this with a friend if you found this at all helpful. Click the share button. Share it with a friend.
Click. Subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. We'll be back next week.
We will be back
in different outfits.